Hi, my name is Mark Klingba. I'm a team member with ITZ, and I want to show you how I tweak up the ITZ strong bases. Now, this is a strong technique, and you can use it for any of the bases, fast, strong, or power, but I'm going to show you the strong base, the technique tweaked up on a strong Formula 37 base right now. So the first base we're going to tweak up is a green Formula 37 ITZ Blitz base. I've got them on an ITZ base. Notice there's no weight. I kind of like to add the weight later. And I want to show you the different types of tweaking techniques for strong bases. The first is what we're going to get is a strong tweak. What we've done is curled and angled these back prongs right here. And then in the front, we've curled the front prongs quite a bit. So the back prongs mostly angled, a slight curl about halfway up, and then angled towards the back, and the front prongs you curl quite a bit. The next tweak I'm going to show you is more of a tweener tweak, and it's going to have the same exact back prongs, but the front prongs are going to be less curled. So this base will be not quite as strong. He's pretty doggone strong, not quite as strong, but much quicker, much more athletic, okay? And then kind of a fast base is with the prongs much less curled. So this is more of a linebacker type, a running back type. Okay, so you want a prong, the back prongs, notice in this one, maybe I didn't curl the back prongs as much. And if I wanted to, I could, and that would give it more power. But I'm just going for a good tweener base in this one. Okay, so we're going to tweak the strong base though, with the front prongs curled quite a bit. Okay. So I have my virgin base. Doesn't look like it needs flashing, so I'm just gonna start. Now you can do the front prongs on the Formula 37. But I'm just not crazy about the heat. I'll show you with hot pliers. These are very hot pliers, so I'm just gonna barely get in here and. Like I'm not even, and I'm going to show you before I move on. See, now that's my worry. Okay, so you can see how much I squeeze the front on this side relative to the other side. Okay, and I want to do the exact same thing. I want to make all four of these look exactly the same. That's one of the keys. So we can look, they're all about the same. They're straight, and one of the big curls is to make sure at every step, not just the end, but at every step they look exactly the same. If you don't do this, it's really hard to get them exactly the same. So then I come in, go about halfway down, and I'm going to put a curl using merged pliers. Okay, now you can see that it's starting to curl. Take a look. Now I'm going to use what I call passive curling and passive tweaking, and I'm just going to use my fingers on both sets of prongs, get the desired effect. You can see this one isn't as curled as much as the other one. And just again, what I'm shooting for here is a power base. So I want them pretty well curled. Okay. All right, I think that looks okay. That's pretty well curled. And you can see that relative to the back. Now for the back prongs, you definitely squish some more, but not tons more than the other, and especially not with the heated pliers. So I'm gonna come in, go all the way down to where the rectangle hits, and just give it a quick squish. You notice it's not too much, right? You want these things to be athletic, these bases to be athletic as well. And if you squish too much, you're pretty much done. But you can always squish with the cold pliers afterwards. I think that looks pretty good. That's nice and wide. Then I want to come in again with merged pliers. Now we're not trying to get these as curled. Okay, just a little bit of a curl. Halfway down. Turn the pliers. Just kind of lift up. Remember, you're not squeezing. Okay. I'm going to put them back in the pliers back in the heat so that it gets hot, and I'm going to use my fingers, and I'm going to try to grab them all, get them a nice cross. So I'm using passive tweaking technique right now, not aggressive. Aggressive is when you use the, and you can look and see this one isn't just curved. I think that's pretty good now. I see this prong needs to curl a little more. Okay, that looks good. Now the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pliers. I come in underneath, and I'm just going to push the bottom of the prong to angle it. I'm not curling the prongs. I'm pushing the bottom to angle it towards the back of the base. Okay. Maybe put a little more of a curl in. Not much, because you don't want them too curled. That'll lose the athleticism, okay? Okay. So let's take a peek where we're at. Front prongs for the strength base look good. I think these things need a little bit more. So I use the passive tweaking technique. Okay. Now that looks pretty good. Okay, this one's, did you see it relative to the back prongs? It wasn't as curled. I think that's pretty good. Okay. So you can see the evenness. Okay, so I finished tweaking him. I put the putty on. I like to roll it up and put it across the front of the base. It helps for the strength. And now I've got him up against my very strongest CL2 yellow base. That's pretty strong. That is not bad. Wow. Pretty good speed too. Okay, so that's how I tweak up the strong Blitz bases. With a little bit of patience and you know some guidelines, which hopefully this video provided, you can really do a good job with these. These are meant to be tweaked by everyone. So if you have any questions, please go ahead and message me. I'll be happy to answer them. Just remember, Blitz, win the game.